back in a state I have never set foot in until today. Welcome. We are in New Hampshire, my 45th state. And look at this, the fall colors have begun, which is why I've come here. I was bringing Allie to see the trees. That's what our whole trip to New England in the fall is all about. Except for today, because today it's not about you, Allie. Today we've come somewhere I have always wanted to see. The Demented Hill Farm, because this little farm in Lee, New Hampshire is the home of Haunted Overload, considered to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, haunted Halloween attractions in the United States. And unfortunately, for safety purposes, they don't allow anyone to film it while the haunt is going on at night. But thankfully, this haunt that I have always wanted to see offers visitors a chance to walk the trail by day. Holy cow. Already, you can see this isn't your typical Southern California style theme park haunt. This looks like something out of Tim Burton's nightmares. Would you look at the size of these colossal, horrifying wooden structures? And that's the thing about Haunted Overload. Everything here is the brainchild of creator Eric Lowther, who with a bunch of volunteers has been creating Haunted Overload for the past several years here on this farm, primarily out of all kinds of giant slabs of wood. Dude, I am stoked for this. When I say I've been looking forward to coming to Haunted Overload for years, I am not exaggerating. My plan was to come in 2020. And well, we all know how 2020 worked out for everybody. This is so exciting. All right, there's the sign for the day haunt. This is where they take your tickets. It's only $11 just from the little bit we saw before the pay gate there. It is worth every penny. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're about to begin the trail. This is freaking sick, dude. This is unbelievable. Imagine coming across something like this in the forest. That would be so terrifying. And that's the thing. This whole thing looks like something out of a dystopian, like I said, almost Tim Burton-like nightmare. You can see past these freaking awesome looking scarecrows. Look at all the wood in there. Look at the giant structures. Some of them are 50 feet tall. And like I said, made out of planks and logs. But even just take a look at these scarecrows, all made out of actual reeds and corn stalks, and that's a real pumpkin up there on that head. Now, you haven't been following Haunted Overload for all these years. What do you think just so far?
It's really cool.
That's what I'm saying. We're not even in yet.
I know.
Now, we do have tickets to the actual nighttime haunt. We are coming here, but of course there's no filming, like I said, so I'm extra psyched that they have this daytime haunt, which, as the sign said back there, has no scares in it. There's no scare actors popping out. That way it's sort of a family-friendly attraction, you know, minus the corpses and skeletons. So you may see some people in there with their kids, families come out here during the daytime to check it out. But like I said earlier, this nighttime haunt is rated one of the best in the country, if not the world, and it almost always sells out. So we bought our tickets to this weeks ago, and I am beyond psyched to finally be here and down at the entrance to Haunted Overload. Dude, look at this. This is where that lady told us to come. She said, enter between the reapers. Look at the size of them. This skeleton down here is like a normal human size. Everything here is gigantic. Everything is on nightmare scale here. Look at the size of these ghouls. This whole place is unbelievable. Everything here is customized and painted and assembled by artists and volunteers. This is all so incredible. And honestly, if you guys weren't with me, and Allie wasn't with me, and I was walking through here in the daytime without a bunch of kids and farm workers nearby, I would find this terrifying. I can only imagine how scary this is at night, all lit up and foggy with people popping out at you. Look at this guy impaled on a stick. And look at how big one of these Grim Reapers is next to Allie. That thing is several alleys tall. Holy cow. Speaking of holy cow, look at that. That is definitely a real animal bone on the ground. And part of why they don't allow any filming here at night when it's dark, even on your phone, is because, as you can see, we're actually out in the woods. Everything here is like hand constructed out of rough planks hewn from logs. There are sticks everywhere, tree roots and leaves and trees right in the middle of the trail. I kind of get it. It wouldn't exactly make sense to be blinding yourself with a phone and then stumbling around here in the dark. Dude, look at this. It's like Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow meets the Blair Witch out here, you guys. This is the flipping coolest Halloween thing I've ever seen. Whoa. Oh no, look at this, Allie. They've got a witch over here. Oh, they've got skulls over the doorways. Even look at the handles right there. Look at the real spiders creeping around. This is awesome. Way freakier than anything I saw in Salem, Massachusetts yesterday. And that place is full of witches. Oh, look at this guy hung up by a chain. Oh, dude, your face looks shocked. You look disturbed. This is so cool. It's like a nightmare, right?
It is.
Like a super fun nightmare. This is amazing. Now I follow Haunted Overload on Instagram, and I am always watching them year round, like even when there's still snow and ice everywhere, working on the next year's event. Everything here is handmade, like I said. Look at all these spots for the scare actors to hide and creep around. Oh no, this must be the outhouse. This guy got the poop scared out of him. Anyway, that's how I know that every year they make this thing bigger and bolder and better. Look at all this rotten old wood, cobwebs and spider webs everywhere. This is incredible. Now, Eric Lowther, the owner of Haunted Overload, started all of this at his house in Exeter in 2001. And then it was moved to a different farm here in Lee, New Hampshire in 2006, you know, and then became the full Haunted Overload experience. But because it became so popular and so huge, it was moved here to the Demented Hill farm and this much bigger space in 2010. I have probably been seeing pictures of Haunted Overload on and off since about 2012. So easily the entire time I've been doing Random Land, I have wanted to come out here and check this out. I don't remember ever seeing this giant, freaky, paranormal crocodile before. And I smell fresh paint, so this might be one of the newer creations. I don't know. They're always adding to it. Look at this. Look at the leaves falling down. This is beautiful. Still a little bit green here, but much more fall color than it ever gets in Southern California. This is unbelievable. Even the spooky trees here are built of big chunks of real trees. I've never seen another artist who works in wood quite this way. The only thing comparable even that I've ever seen is the world's largest Bigfoot, which I saw near Mount Rushmore this summer on a road trip. Otherwise, I don't know that I've ever seen anything else like this in my entire life. Look back there in the woods, you can see more structures and people roaming around. I guess we better keep moving. This place is a lot bigger on the inside. This is amazing. It's like the wigwam from Hades. Whoa, look at that. Holy, no wait, I gotta stop saying holy. Unholy cow. Would you look at the size of that demonic looking creation right there? That is scary. Scary and huge. Look how small Allie looks down there underneath that. This is insane. Now I know I've got to try to control myself and not say, look at the size of this every 3 seconds, but it's hard for me not to when around every corner I come across something even bigger and badder than the last sculpture. This place is awesome. Here, there's so many nooks and crannies before every sculpture too. I can only imagine walking this trail at night in the fog with the loud speakers going, with all the haunted music, and you're blown away by the size and the scale of these things. And as you're looking up and gazing into the eyes of Hades up there, things are just popping out at you left and right. And I have seen photos of some of the volunteers here, the scare actors and such, and some of them come in super elaborate homemade costumes that rival like the sets here, or match them anyway. They're like perfectly fitted to this place, all gnarly and rotten looking, crazy different masks and characters. In fact, Haunted Overload even has its own headless horseman who comes here every year. Follow him on Instagram too. A couple different horses. I mean, that would be terrifying coming through here and then suddenly coming across a live horse with a headless horseman on it. Look at this. Okay, now coming from Southern California, again, this is probably much more impressive to me than it would be to your typical New England resident, even though these sets and props must blow them away too. But I just mean that to us, even a stacked stone wall like this, it'd be very unusual in Southern California, right? The types of trees, the yellow and red and orange leaves all over the ground like this. This does not look like anything we have at home. So to us, this looks like something straight out of a movie. And oh my gosh, I couldn't have spoken that at a better time. Because if everything we've seen so far has impressed me a little bit, then this whole area we've just come across completely blows me away. Look at that. Oh my God. That is the most incredible, huge, insane thing I have ever seen in my life. Look at this side. Look, I'm trying not to say that. That is the most unbelievably massive skull I have ever seen. And it's all done out of those massive logs. Look at the huge cloth robes draping these giant pumpkin reapers here. I don't even know what to say. I have nothing to compare this to. And if that view wasn't enough, the 360-degree pan around this place would be mind-blowing. Look at that castle back there. Look at this giant pumpkin on the barn. And there are real, actual hand-carved jack-o'-lanterns all over this trail right here. This is mind-blowing. I'm sorry to every other haunt I have ever been to, but I am already going to vote this as the best, craziest, at least best decorated haunt I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, have you guys ever seen anything remotely similar to this anywhere? If you have, please let me know, because I want to go to it. This is flippin' unbelievable. All right, now we're going up this path here, up these crazy angular trails and walkways into some of these little buildings here. This is the craziest looking haunted village I've ever seen. Look at all this witch's brew stuff. The black, creepy furniture inside of these dark rooms, which must only be, whoa, what the heck was that? Even darker at night. Oh my gosh, even darker at night. I feel like that goes without saying. My brain doesn't even work right now. This is radical. Now, unless I'm very much mistaken, we're actually here on the very first night of Haunted Overload for this year, which is why all these jack-o'-lanterns are so fresh. And this place is unbelievable. Things keep falling out of the trees. Little chipmunks and squirrels everywhere, dropping nuts or whatever they're doing. And boy, is it terrifying. Oh, look at this. Look at this in the old still. That ain't moonshine. That's blood. This is incredible. I don't know which way to turn. There are these old cast iron props everywhere. Look at this guy playing the human fiddle. Oh, that's not right, Jethro. That's not right. Oh my gosh. It's amazing because all through this, as we've been walking around, peering in to the awful darkness and gruesomeness in here, I've seen cute little chipmunks running around and people with their kids in here. And they're all enjoying this. They're all having the time of their lives. I was going to say this is a heck of a place, but considering the subject matter, it's a hell of a place. Oh my gosh, they've done it. These madmen, they've done it. They have created a full-on Castle Grayskull. This is freaking unbelievable. No wonder everybody wants to see it. No wonder it is really filling up out here on the farm. That is the freaking sickest thing I have seen so far. And there have been some sick and slightly twisted things out here. Look at that haunted barn, for example. That is so freaking awesome looking. And the craziest part is this one isn't made out of wood. Oh no. These castle walls are made out of stone and concrete. Dude, this is like every kid's dream, right? Grow up and build your own actual castle. Particularly an evil-looking 80s style fantasy castle. This is so awesome. It almost makes me want to use bad language. This is unbelievable, dude. I'm looking around and I'm noticing more and more little platforms and sort of hidden lights back in here. And I'm sure all of these structures have creepy lighting inside of them. I've seen a lot of photos, like still photos of this place at night on their test nights or when they do photo shoots out here, but I cannot wait to see it in motion tonight. I think I might pee my pants, to be honest, because this has got to be truly terrifying with scare actors in it. And by the way, before we head into that terrifying looking castle, look at this little shed right here, this little witch's house, and inside it's this creepy witch mannequin. See, that's messed up right there because so far there haven't been any mannequins. You wouldn't be expecting that. That's the worst in a haunt when there's a bunch of mannequins and you don't know what's going to move. All right, gang, we're heading into the castle now. We are going in and oh my gosh, just when you thought the outside was impressive, look at that skull chandelier. Those skulls look creepily real. If those aren't real human skulls, guys, they found a very realistic imitation. This is creepy. Oh, that must be the king's throne right there. He sits on a throne of death. Oh my gosh, have you ever seen anything this awesome, Allie, in your life? Can I please do this to our living room? Fill it with dead bodies. No, I'm just kidding about the dead bodies.
To our backyard.
What?
Do it to our backyard.
Yeah, just give me several tons of logs and stone and a lot more space. Oh my gosh, and look, out of the castle, this whole area here, this whole section has been like bam, bam. What even is that? What do you call that? This is something from like a Miyazaki movie, crossed with Tim Burton, crossed with every nightmare I've ever had. But it's worse for this guy than it is for me. Much worse, because he can't leave. And oh no, look at, speaking of mannequins, there are quite a few lined up in here. And unfortunately, they are themed after my favorite, that's sarcasm, I don't really use that often, so enjoy that, my favorite thing. Clowns, dude, if that guy moved right now, I would freaking die. The one leaning up on the thing, that looked really real. That was just, I don't like it. I hate clowns. I was never afraid of clowns before, and I'm still not afraid of them in most theme park haunts. I hate them just because they're usually people dressed as clowns, and they're just annoying, right? They're the ones that make fun of you. Where'd you get those pants? They're almost never scary. But then the messed up part is that a lot of times you go to a new haunt you've never been to before, and you think, oh, clowns, not scary. And then they can surprise you. A little bit worried that's what's going to happen here tonight. This is so cool because it's backwards from every other haunt I've ever been to. I mean, in those haunts, if you can film at all, you're only allowed to film at night while everything is all lit up. You never get to see them during the day. And even though I, without a camera behind the scenes, have seen plenty of haunts in the day, in broad daylight. Again, no shade on any other place I've ever been, but I have never seen one that was this impressive to look at in the sunshine. Never in my life. This is unbelievably cool looking, haphazard looking, crazy looking, spooky looking. I mean, just unearthly from every possible angle. Look at this, I love this. This is the most dark, demented circus that has ever existed. This might change my mind about the whole clown thing, right? They're probably going to be able to pull this off. You would think of clowns being in a bright, colorful environment, you know, nice and stripy, nice and blacklit. This is a whole different take on the circus atmosphere for a haunt. Oh, look at that, it's a big breakup tiger. That's what me and my old drummer Ben call those tigers. You see them in truck stops and you think, who are those for, you know? And we were like, you know what they're perfect for breakups. Like you give a gal this, and you go, it's not you, it's me. But enjoy the breakup, tiger. All right, clown. Stupid mannequin clown. You got me. Oh, that is genuinely not right. Like, that is so disturbing. Some of these clowns have very old masks on them. Look at this. It's so weird seeing cute children and chipmunks around here. And families having a great time, and then you turn your head and see something like that. Leatherface's sister? That is so uncool. I can't even believe it. Dude, how much it... Come on.
It's really cool. I can't believe this.
I know before you were like, okay, we're going to another haunt. I kind of don't know why we're doing that on my New England trip. And now you get it, right? I mean, this is...
No way, this is so cool.
Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Wow, look at that. That's where they throw the knives. Be careful now. All right. See, this is where I wish we were good with computers. We could CGI in all the knives. Whoa! Watch out! Oh, look at these spooky clowns. Forest clowns are no fun, Allie. Forest clowns are no fun. This is all a little bit trippier than it even otherwise would be because we're both pretty darn tired. You can probably see it all over our faces. We look like we're 500 years old, or, well, I do. And that's because we had a super long flight to Boston and a very late night getting to Salem the other day. We walked around for about 12 hours yesterday straight and only got a little more sleep before making the drive up here to Lee, New Hampshire and haunted overload. So I'm feeling underslept and just a little overstimulated now by this. This feels just that much more surreal. I love these little shacks. I mean, the giant castles and the reapers and the pumpkin scarecrows and the creepy animal structures. Those are all awesome, but even just these little crooked shacks here with, ooh, with these little crooked farmers. These are something to behold. And look at these little platforms. These are amazing. You know that's where some of the scare actors stand. And I love the way that they've got all these scarecrows throughout the mazes, and they managed to make them different. Like you'll hit a whole section of, look at these scarecrows, and the idea is the bags are rotting away and exposing the fact that they're bodies. They're actually bodies. Oh, whoa. I thought that was a human, live, real, a human. Yikes. Oh my gosh. What did they wash their horse with? Acid? Gosh, dude. This is inspirational to all of you home haunters or would-be home haunters out there. Anyone that's ever thought about creating a haunted attraction, and you've looked at Universal, you've looked at Knott's, you've looked at the big professional big boys. Take into mind Haunted Overload. You know where I could see them building something like this on the West Coast? Enchanted Forest in Oregon. I mean, Enchanted Forest is already kind of scary because it's so cute that it's scary. And then if they did something like this, that would be terrifying. Or imagine something like this and then they walk you through the cute storybook trail in the middle of it without changing it at all. It's just lit up at night. Oh, dude, these are scary. If that thing moved right there, I'd have an aneurysm. This is wild. Look at that. The coffins everywhere. This is so sick. I love that it's just all black and crazy. Oh, there it is. All right, no spoilers. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. That is something I have always wanted to see back there. In fact, that means we're getting closer to the thing that made me want to come to Haunted Overload more than I've ever wanted to come to any haunted attraction in my life. Look at these little peek holes. That is so scary. I don't think you could get away with that in California. We're so uptight about like, oh, tripping hazard and this and that. There'd be, you know, rubber. Ooh, look at all the bones on the wall. A creepy altar. There'd be all these warning labels everywhere and bright orange tape. Oh, dude, this part is scary, okay? You see that through there? Yeah. I mean, look at that. That's just one little peak area for no reason. That's terrifying. Anyway, some of the places where I can tell that scare actors stand. Gosh, I don't know why this is actually weirding me out. This is creepy right here. Some of the places the scare actors stand, you just never get away with that. What is this, all recycled barn wood or something? Because I see pieces of doors, and this is awesome. Look how tall just these walls are here that we've been walking through. I mean, it really throws off your whole sense of size and scale, and everything is crooked. Nothing is at right angles. It is really scary. I'm actually surprised, Allie, that you are making it through here without being genuinely scared because of all the actual real life spiders and spider webs everywhere. Definitely livens up the place. Oh, that guy got me too. Look at that. That guy got me too. That's not a real human, right? Look at that freaking gravedigger down there. I keep expecting him to move. Come on, Allie. I don't want to get closer to that guy alone. Wow. The scale of this place. I swear it looks so small from the outside. I went, oh, okay, well, it must just be like large and impressive structures all crammed together. And from outside on the cutesy pumpkin farm part of this farm, you go, that's a pretty small wooded area to put the haunt trail in. It must not be very long. It is so long. It's like every haunt maze from a theme park run together and then some. And then here it is. All of a sudden, we've come out on the coup de grace. The best part. The thing I have been looking forward to seeing in person with my own eyes for years. Look at this. Behold, the haunted mansion of Haunted Overload. Now, this house is going to look very familiar to you if you use the internet or social media at all, particularly if you look up any kind of abandoned things, because like clockwork, every couple of months this pops up on people's Facebook feed, on their Instagram Explore page. I've even now seen it in places like TikTok and on Reels and things like that as an abandoned house in the woods. You'll see someone's picture in front of it, right? You've seen it before, and it's like, found this abandoned house in the woods. Well, unfortunately, it's not a real abandoned house in the woods, but it certainly captured my imagination the first time I ever saw a picture of this. And every time I see it posted, like someone just came across this in the forest, I want to be like, no, that's Haunted Overload. This is so insane. It's not just the house. I never knew that they have a little creepy, abandoned looking church back here. They've got all kinds of brides. Look at that terrifying covered bridge looking thing. And there's so much cemetery out here in front of the house. That is unbelievable. unbelievable. Oh, that's it, dude. That's the money shot. That is what I came to New Hampshire to see. I came to a whole new state I've never been to before just to see this, and it's mind-blowing. Oh, man, and I thought Phantom Manor in Paris was cool looking. This is so freaking sick, you guys. I want this. This is what I want. Now, how awesome would it be if they built a dark ride in that house? You know what I'm saying? That thing is awesome. Whew, dude, we've been out here now for like 10 or 15 minutes just looking at that. I can't even believe how cool that looks. And just judging from the amount of times I've seen it go viral online with false information and how many people are taking pictures of their babies on this porch, a lot of other people agree with me. Listen to that. The leaves falling out here. We also don't hear much of that back home in Orange County. This place is freaking awesome. For a minute, I forgot I was even in a haunt trail, dude. I just felt like I was in an abandoned town somewhere. Speaking of trails, I gotta say, the pathway through here is all very unexpected too, because I can see that little church over there and I can see people by it, but there's no connection here. Instead, apparently you've got to go way on over to the right over here to continue on the journey before you ever get to these parts. The way that it doubles back and snakes all around this place is just out of control, guys. Out of control. Okay, look at these guys in the coffins that I haven't even been noticing this entire time because they've been behind my back. Look at that outfit right there. That by itself is a terrifying Halloween costume idea, dude. And think about it. Now imagine how scary the scare actors look out here, dressed like that, in this environment. Oh, look at the cobwebs on that guy's face. Look at this melting gauze. Oh, like I said, okay, I follow them on Instagram, and I keep mentioning that. By the way, my Instagram is at Justin Scarred, 2 R's, not Justin Scared, even though it is Halloween time. But I keep bringing up the Haunted Overload Instagram because they have all these little video clips of them building this place. And if you're interested in building any kind of haunt maze or anything like that at all, you're definitely going to want to check it out and tell them that I sent you, because they show a lot of behind the scenes kind of tips and ways that they make their monster props, ways that they construct their buildings. Oh, we're actually going into the house now, Allie. I did not know you could do that. And look at this. Oh, it even smells weird in here. Look at that dead bride right there. Whoa. Haunted Overload, indeed. This is like Phantom Manor on steroids, times 1,000,000,000 times more awesome. I cannot find language. Oh, it is incredibly and terrifyingly dark in here, even for the daytime. I'm gonna wait till Allie has the flashlight. I can't find language enough to describe how cool this is. Oh, I'm glad I came backwards. I didn't even notice that guy hanging up there. That must be the master. Of course. There's always my way. Spooky, dude. Spooky. I love the way they built this around these old trees and how the tree roots are coming through the house. Look into the doorway. It looks like it grew there. That's incredible. All right, I've got a little bit of a flashlight now for these other rooms. It is scary in here. Dude, look at that Madame Leota style table, Allie. That is creepy. Oh, there's more to this place. And it is really dark. I hope they've got lights in here at night, dude, because this is so freaking scary. Oh, look at the camera in here. Wow, it's so tall. Look at the chandelier. No, look, guys, it's Grandpa and Grandma. What in the world happened to Grandma, guys? What in the world happened to Grandma? Hallie's going backwards to see more. I'm getting out of here. Whoa, I'm not even out. It keeps going. Look at this. We're just in a hallway. This is incredible, dude. Like I said, no right angles. Everything is a little warped. And you can tell this house has been here longer than some of the other props we saw at first, because the layers of cobwebs and leaf litter collected. Oh no. It's a little funeral parlor room. But look at all the leaf litter collected down there and just years of dust. Look at this. Play it again, Sam. Play it again. All right, I think we're finally headed back outside now. Woo! Come on, Allie. How sick is that? You know you want to build a haunted house now.
I know.
I need my brother to see this place. I need somebody to let me use a little piece of your land somewhere that has some forest on it. because we need to build one of these. Imagine this in the middle of nowhere, and you pay for a ticket, and you can come out and spend all day in it, like by yourself or spend the night, and it's just a big haunted house, bigger than that. Oh, you think that's a good idea? I've got 1 million of them. All right, heading to Death Junction, apparently. I still thought we would go backwards by the church, but we're still not headed that way yet. We're going around through all these little shacks. Like I said, this trail is so long and creepy. And every once in a while I look and I see a mannequin or some haunt thing. Like with the first sweep of my eye, I'm like, oh yeah, just some rickety shacks. You know, I don't even notice the dead bodies everywhere. That's how much they just fit right in out here at Haunted Overload. And I've seen a lot of these. If these are meant to be light fixtures, there aren't many of them. Here we are at the Gallows, dude. Everybody's favorite place. Oh my gosh. Whew. This is not the kind of place I want to hang around too long. I can't believe that you walk all this distance through here and people would be popping out at you the whole time. Firstly, it seems dangerous to pop out at you. Even more do I understand why they don't want people walking through here staring at their phones or camera screens. It would be legitimately dangerous. It is easy to bash your head even in the daytime out here. Like I said, you'd never get this done in Southern California. That is why I appreciate being here in New Hampshire even more. Look at how terrifying this is. This whole thing is scarier than that movie, The Village, or The Village. Ooh, the witch movie with the V's. Speaking of witches, look at that witch. Scary. I don't like that sleeping one. Something suspicious about her.
She's sleeping.
Yeah, she's creepy. She's sleeping, guys. They're just taking naps. Just look at this ghillie suit guy. This would be a good Halloween costume. That scared me pretty badly. I keep being ready to jump out of my skin because every time I turn a corner, there's a mannequin right there. See, now earlier I was like, oh, looking at all this and getting so stoked for coming here at night. And Allie, I think I've changed my mind now. Now I'm like, getting like, oh no, we're gonna have to come through here at night. And oh my gosh, remember kids, they're just taking naps. They're just out here sleeping with one eye open in case of spiders. Yes, sleeping with one eye open in case of spiders. Oh, this lady she needs a nap. She needs her beauty sleep really bad. This is haunting, dude. It's the kind of thing that some people would have nightmares about for years and years. And by some people, I mean me. This is that whole area to the side of the house that we were looking at before. It is just layer on layer of crazy wood sculpture. Creepy wooden building. It is so aptly named. Oh, Haunted Overload. That one got me right there. Oh, because it really is an overload of every possible creepy haunted themed mannequin, prop, maze, decor idea. And the slabs of wood, you'd think they'd get old after several miles of trail. But they don't, huh? They're still creepy. It's like, it's really bizarre out here. I wonder how long this trail is. This is the longest haunt trail I've ever walked in my entire life. Oh, and check this out. I'm pretty sure this is one of the brand new features here at Haunted Overload because I saw them building this online. This 50-foot gargoyle. I mean, that is 10 alleys, I think, from side to side. Look at the wingspan on that thing. I saw them adjusting the head and putting the finishing touches on it. Clearly, they painted it since I saw it online. That is so impressive, dude. Look at the size of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. One more look at the size. Man, the huge gargoyles, the haunted houses, and the way that they just keep incorporating the landscape and the trees and even the rocks. Look, I'm standing on this giant boulder here into the haunt. And like I said, dude, they just finished that thing before opening here. Added the head and the wings and the hands and painted it. So they keep adding gigantic, impressive things to Haunted Overload every single year. Now, in addition to having the daytime haunt, they do have something called Fright Night Light, which is what I really wanted to do, but unfortunately it wasn't happening while we were going to be in town. And Fright Night Light is Haunted Overload at night with the lights on and stuff. Is that a train up there? But without the scare actors. So you can come get a sense of what the full-on Haunted Overload is like at night and walk through with all the sounds, I think, and stuff, and the scary lighting, and feel spooky. And ooh, I hate that. Those are very well-placed mannequins. Whoa, look at the I'm not supposed to say that. I'm trying not to. Dude, look at that train. Oh, man. That's wood too, dude. I don't know how they do it. I thought that was metal. Whoa. I don't know why that scared me when I looked up and saw another giant train pointing down at me. I thought, I'm a goner. That is massive. I have no idea what they built that out of. But that thing is freaking huge. It's like the size of a semi-truck, and it's angled down at this crazy angle through this gap, like right at the person standing here on the trail. Anyway, what the heck was I talking about? Oh, Fright Night Light. Yeah, so we wanted to do that. We didn't get a chance to do it. I don't even think they allow cameras during that. I'm not sure. But if you live up here in New England or could get here in the fall and think Haunted Overload might be a little too crazy with the scare actors popping out, try Fright Night Light. I also highly recommend just doing this daytime walkthrough of this place because it is awesome. Even if it was just this, like plain wooden walls with these crazy angles. With scare actors, it would be terrifying, but man, with those giant props, like the freaking train and the giant sets, this is too much, dude. I mean, this could be a theme park all year round. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Oh, I guess we're going into the mine now. Into the mine! Hard to tell which way you're supposed to go anywhere in here because everything's so crooked and... Why is it scaring me? It's freaking daytime, for crying out loud. But that doesn't stop it from being scary in here. In the old dead west. Oh, some of this is, I mean, darker and harder even to capture on camera than a real nighttime haunt event. Oh, look, it keeps on going. What if whoa, look at that. Multiple pathways through the mine. Aye. That genuinely looks like a corridor into heck. Like if you were in the mountains in some 49er area and you just saw that, you'd go, I'm not going in there. My brother would probably go in there, but I wouldn't, no. Down into the chasm. Dude, it's so crazy. The ground is all uneven and rocky, and I haven't tripped yet, though. But knock on wood, because now I'm going to. Look at that creepy nest. Look at that. Look at the size of it. It looks like a gigantic bird's nest. Only you can walk underneath. Oh, and look at this. You see that giant lizard from earlier? See, this whole trail keeps backing up on itself everywhere. And they obviously had to burn the wagons to survive over here at the old sawmill. Oh, there was a horrible accident. A horrible accident. This is why you do not operate machinery while taking certain kinds of medication. If you have to take drowsy cold medicine, do not operate any saws. How many times do we have to tell you guys? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Dude, that is so crazy cool. I didn't think they'd have an old west portion of it. And look at this, we're back out in another whole townscape. I mean, how many are there? I don't know. I don't know where we are. I saw things again that we saw at the beginning. Oh no, wild hogs are eating people. I'm completely disoriented. There's stickmen on the ground. There's children walking through the dark black woods. I mean, dude, look at this. I don't even think it's possible to capture on camera just how startling and contrasty these spray-painted black stick wall things look. What the natural landscape around them. And oh my, whoa, goodness. I mean, if you came across this in a forest, you would die of fright. This is the witchiest thing I've ever seen. Again, when I said at the very beginning, this is like something out of Tim Burton's Nightmare, I wasn't kidding. Sleepy Hollow meets Blair Witch. Indeed, look at this. This is more impressive than anything I saw in Salem yesterday. Look at how terrifying. Imagine just building this in the middle of a forest and letting hikers and campers wander up on it. Oh, that is horrible. Okay, I think that's the way the trail continues. And we were supposed to go through here. I guess I probably shouldn't be showing every detail of it because we've already shown a lot. If I stop to film every prop in this place and show every spooky thing, this video would be 5 hours long. I can't believe I'm needing the phone flashlight in the daytime so much. Look at this creepy witch stuff in here. I don't like it. Witch stuff? This stuff. Witch stuff? This stuff. Well, and then there's the fake iguana on the ground that just scared Allie. Did his mouth just open?
No, I think it was already open. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that scared me too then. Whew. And we gotta continue further through the witch's house. Oh, that is just not what you do with game. Oh, look at the hands. That is so scary. Yeah, this by itself is scarier than any Knott's Berry Farm maze I've ever been through. And it's all just black, but it's designed at these crazy angles. You've got all these stickmen things that are, I mean, these aren't, oh, they are cliches, but they're done in this way where instead of looking like cliche, anything you could ever get from a haunt convention or a Halloween store, I mean, everything is like a piece of really disturbing art out here. Just even these guys, something about them, everything. It's just so DIY, so homemade. I can't find enough to say about it. Oh, I didn't even see that creepy ghoul while we were walking past the sawmill earlier. See, so you come around somewhere you've already been, is over the fence, and you see something that you didn't see before. Okay, the trail is heading back the other direction now. We've hit another switchback, so I think we're on the final third. I guess we'll have to hurry through it so we even have time to show you all this stuff. But look at all this. Look at these crooked shacks. Look at this crazy. This is the Old West from heck. Let me tell you that. The scariest doghouse ever over there. Something about this place, man. Something about it. Now that you guys have seen it here with us, sure you have to agree. This is one of the most impressive haunted things. Again with the mannequin around the corner. Oh, trick. Anyone has ever built anywhere. See, look at this. It's got like all the tilty jaggediness of a gravity house, but with these huge, tall walls. Allie, walk ahead of me there, just so we can see how tall that is. I mean, look, those are at least, 15, 20 feet, because they're at least 3 or 4 alleys tall in some places. These are huge. This alone makes you feel disoriented, even in the daytime, where there aren't any scare actors or even props right here in this part. I mean, even the trees aren't growing straight through here, so I have kind of no idea which way is up now. All right. Whoa, there it is. The spooky church. Oh, I love how Allie just walks right in. She's used to churches like that from her hometown. You love it, don't you? Look at that. Oh my gosh, what is that past you? Oh, this is not a good church, Allie. This is an unholy church. An unholy church. Again, great ideas for Halloween costumes, though. Man, this is awesome. Again, just imagine seeing this one thing in someone's yard, a giant creepy church that looked like that with these ghoulish figures. And then you come out of this church here and you turn and behold, there it is. The haunted house in the woods. Again, just all around you, the natural parts of the forest, the shacks that you can kind of see in the distance at nighttime with creepy lighting on everything. It must be that much worse. Oh, look at this, the House of Doors. Why is that so scary? Unexpected. Which one are they hiding Boo in? Where's Mike? Where's Sully? Come on, little Boo. Let's go. Oh, Jason Voorhees would love this place, dude. Oh, look at that lady. She's up on her bunk bed with her pet rat. Randy, is that you? How'd you like to go camping in this place, huh? Yuba City Summer Camp. And then, whoa, look at this place. As Allie walks up towards it, look at the face in it. So unnerving. What is that called? There's like a technical term for the way human beings tend to see faces and everything. And that's when, you look up at Grandma's house at night, you look on the wall and you start seeing patterns and faces in the wallpaper and all that. That's sort of the kind of idea behind all the little faces in the wallpaper in the haunted mansion and things. Oh, look at all these dolls. You definitely aren't just seeing it in your head when you come to Haunted Overload, that's for sure. There are faces in everything, and then when there aren't, there are creepy dolls with faces everywhere. Oh man, that's not right. But again, look at how everything is custom painted. Even the things that they don't, custom make. Everything gets some kind of makeover, either by hand, by paint job, or just by sitting out here in the weather. This is awesome, dude. Man, you just never know where each section will end. I like how the theme does subtly change too, right? Like we're no longer in an Old West area, we're no longer in a clown area. Now we're in like creepy, horrifying doll land, but it all like sort of looks consistent, the same style, like it was all created by the hand of the same artist type of thing. Dude, Jeff Lowther is now one of my favorite artists. That's how I'd consider him. And him and his volunteers do Such an amazing job. Hope we run into him today. All right, whoa! There's those trucks, see? All right, we're back to where we started. We sort of started by showing you the very end of the trail. So that's it. We have walked through now Haunted Overload. And that was absolutely insane. We're gonna walk backwards up through it now and probably take some fun pics, get a few little snapshots while we're here, and then have to head to a hotel to get ready to come back and see the haunt at night, dude. I can't wait. What do you think of all that?
I think it's amazing. I want to come here every year.
Right? There's not enough words
I know.
to describe it. I really wish we could film it at night. Who knows? Maybe one day in the future, huh? Haunted Overload. We're cool. I won't trip and fall down. And if I do, just tell people Allie pushed me. No big deal. Look at this. This creepy, terrifying, horrible, amazing. I'm out of words. I'm out of words. Haunted freaking Overload. All right, guys, tonight we are going to walk the trail with the scare actors, and then we are going to come back and just tell you if it was that much more intense, give you a little review. So stay tuned for that. We'll be right back. All right, as the locals would say, it's wicked dark out here. It's wicked dark. Help, guys. We're gonna enter Haunted Overload. No cameras allowed inside. But we did see the freaking horseman. Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, I haven't even taken our tickets yet. I guess the ticket booth is a little ways in. So you can kind of see what it's like at the entrance and compare, and then extrapolate from that all the way in through the entire haunt. It's very similar. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this in your lives? Oh, I wish I had the real camera. I wish I had the real camera. This is it. Into the castle and through the skull gate. And that's why they're holding us here, because that's when the trail truly begins. All right, here goes the horror. See you later. Oh my gosh, you guys. First of all, look at the clouds. Over the haunted moon out here. This is awesome. Well, we survived Haunted Overload at night. And let me tell you, I'm glad we went in the day, because you really can't see all the detail in those sets and everything. You feel the detail. But having now walked through those creepy woods and survived intact, definitely grateful we went in the day, because the sets are so detailed. The props, they're amazing, and you can't really see them in the dark. Like I said, you can kind of feel them. They got me a bunch of times. I am pouring sweat out here. What about you? How do you feel? How'd it go?
Pretty good.
You feel pretty good? You got scared a bunch of times. You always tell me that no haunts are scary, but I know you were scared.
Really scary.
Right?
Yeah.
The actors in there are so good, because they're almost like different characters. It's not just the pop-out jump scares. Like, a lot of them are just have like little personalities. And the main thing, they are so good at holding still in there, you know? So remember all the mannequins and the dummies? You think that the live scare actors, you're like, I don't remember someone being there. It's so scary, but they're little personalities. They're little individual characters. So good.
That was probably the scariest haunt I've ever been to.
You think so?
I think so.
Ooh, that's saying something, because she normally doesn't get scared, according to her. Anyways.
It's just really cool that it's all outside, and it feels so nice here. But it feels like spooky. I don't know how to describe it.
Not that I'm the world's haunt expert, but I give that a 10 out of 10. It was so awesome, so scary. The only thing was, it was so long during it. It took us like an hour, 2 hours to walk through. We were filming, we were looking. That right there, what time is it now?
It is 9:30.
So probably an hour, 45 minutes in line, and then maybe 30, 45 minutes through the maze, or through the trail rather. And when it was over, I was like, can we go again? I don't think you can go again. I think you just get to once. But I wanted to immediately go again. So that's how fun it was. It was also scary. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little sweaty still. I'm ready to go back in the hotel and sleep well. There was a gift shop at the very, very end, because I was thinking, they don't even sell merch out here. At the very end, you could buy some sick swag. I bought a t-shirt. You could buy one of my t-shirts at store.randomland.com, correct?
Yeah.
It'll help me pay for the rental car that some fun-loving Dover, New Hampshire, black Jeep Cherokee driving guy decided to hit. he was trying to go around us, then ended up hitting us, and then he did a hit and run. He took off. We followed him, got the plate and everything. I talked to him in this parking lot. I was like, dude, you hit the rental. Would not give me his insurance, would not give me his license. He's like, I just pulled over because I thought you wanted to fight me. Wouldn't fight me, and then left. Well, I wasn't trying to fight him, but you know, once he found out I wasn't gonna fight him, he's like, oh, well, I'm leaving then. And because we were on a budget, and because we're only in New England for a couple of days, I thought, nah, I'm not gonna get the rental insurance. What's the worst that could happen? Well, it could have been a lot worse, to be fair. You know, he didn't destroy the car. He didn't destroy Allie. She's okay. Because I stomped on the guy. I saw him coming. He went to try to... It's a long story, but anyway. Thanks a lot, hit and run guy. It's weird that you wanted me to fight you, but yet you wouldn't just give me, you know, let me take a picture of your driver's license. That's strange. When the police find you from the license plate, you know, enjoy that fine. Anyway, as if that didn't get my adrenaline pumping enough, Haunted Overload was the jam. The best haunt of all time, as far as I'm concerned. In my experience, the best haunt of all time. Cheers to the whole crew in there. All the scare actors were fantastic. The creator, all the people that helped run it. I know there's a lot of volunteers involved. Easily the spookiest night of my life. All right, poor Allie has been on her feet, walking around with no break, no beauty rest, and me neither. I feel like I look 100 years older than I did a few days ago, and I'm already old enough. But now that we've done Haunted Overload, and we've done Salem yesterday, I think it's safe to say we've done our duty. It's time to hotel and sleep well. I cannot believe this cute little bakery with apple cider and pies and apples. And we're like 5 feet away from the scariest haunt ever. What? Chocolate cake gluten-free. Get that one for me. Woohoo! Look at this. White trash. And Judy's jam. Wait, what in the heck? Gluten-free apple pie. Blumbleberry. I've never had a pie that's gluten-free in my life. How are they making this stuff gluten-free? Giant crocodile thing. Oh, yeah. Should be working.
I know what no means when it comes to me. Still see that? He's got one little arm poking out. It's